Legend of War here, and today we've got a saving a disaster situation. It's been a while since we've had one of these, but yeah, we're playing as Clan Scryer, and what's happened here is he's trying to take over Athel, Loren, and he got most of the way there. I don't know how Widrioth managed to take Waterfall Palace, but whatever. And his army that captured Vol's Anvil is really badly damaged and got besieged by this army here. He can't get out, and we need to sally out to beat them. But in addition to that, we need to not lose these heroes here. That's the main mission. Now, the thing is, these single entities here, all four of them, are really good at sniping from a long distance. Now, the thing is with this sort of army, is that you want to have your heroes up front, ready to cast spells. So, if you put them out front, they're going to get killed. But you need to put them out front, or else we're not going to win the battle. And if you don't win the battle, they're going to get killed. So you're in a sort of catch-22 situation here. What are you going to do? Well, if we have a look here, the Warlock Master, he's only rank 6, he's got some equipment which could be transferred over to anyone, and if we have a look at what's been leveled up here, it's mainly just for magic. Howling Warpgale is his main benefit in the army, which there is no flying units here. Actually, that one actually might be a flying unit. Yeah, that one there is probably a flying unit. Okay, but he's still low on health. So, what if we kick him out for a Warlord? And you might think, why not an Assassin? The reason I'm going for Warlord over an Assassin is, for one, Warlord's got a shield, and two, Assassins stalk. So we're recruiting a Warlord as a meat shield. To take out all of to take the incoming fire without us really being too concerned if he dies. Now, need a little bit of money, so I'm going to have to go and strip some cash from somewhere. Playing as Skaven, you can always find bit of money to strip from somewhere. Just got to find it. Look, if we win the battle, we should be able to get enough loot money to get that back. So, don't take all the items off him now, because that'll just lower his loyalty. But take it off him while he's disbanded. So, the trait doesn't really matter. So let's see. Loyalty would be good, so that way we could kick him out. And also, Warlords are really cheap. We're only going to be able to recruit at rank 1. If we go with this one here... No, we don't have any of those units. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go with the Cunning one. Where are you? Over here. Okay, he's got 8 loyalty. Cool. Let's give him some equipment. We don't have a health potion, which would have been really helpful, but yeah, it's not what we got. Let's see, the other guy had the Fencer's Blade. We'll switch that over. Fell Blade's actually not that good. It's a bit of a weird one, how... It's such a legendary weapon is actually kind of garbage. What else you got? Talisman of Endurance on... you gotta be careful when switching around items with Skaven, because you can cause a revolt if you're not careful. Cause one of them to defect, I mean. So, we'll go with that. Just give him stuff that isn't already equipped. Alright, that'll do. So yeah, dude with 3,000 health and a shield, hopefully just tank as much damage as possible, so that we don't need to worry too much about putting him out front. Okay, so Menace Belows. Let's see here. If we were to do that... Yeah, that would be really helpful against these Wood Elves, because you can really use that to hold them back a fair bit. And you're pretty good for food, and since you really want these characters here to survive, we're going to need to not use them so much. I really need to use the Plague Priest, but this one here will stay way back. Alright, let's jump in here and see what we can do. We've also got Settlement Garrison, so... yeah, we'll use them as a meat shield as well. But let's see what we can do. But yeah, if you ever find yourself under siege, don't be too afraid to tag out your Lord, especially if the Lord isn't going to be that useful. You get him back soon. It's not worth him getting killed, especially if he isn't going to be of any value in the army. Now these two here, they're definitely going to be useful. We need to be using their Vermintides to hold the enemy back, because if they get to our front line, we're doomed. It's only going to take one of their units to just rip us to shreds. But the thing is with the Skaven weapon system, at least in Warhammer 2, they dished out so much damage that you could kill an enemy really quickly. I always found Wood Elves to be particularly difficult, though. Like, you really needed a lot of firepower to take them out. Especially when you've got really high range units here. It's why you got to put, like, absolute trash out in front of them, so they shoot at the trash, not at the bloody Rattling guns or anything. Because Rattling guns aren't going to outrange the Way Watchers, but the the Warplock Jezzails will. Okay, I'm going to do this. Looking for the best terrain we can find. We don't want to be standing in front of any trees, but we're in Athel, Loren, which is usually why I try to stay out of Athel, Loren, where I've got a weapons team army. And I usually go artillery at the back, then Warplock Jezzails, then rattling guns. However, in Warhammer 3, line of sight seems to be a lot bigger of an issue, so maybe what we'll do is we'll create gaps so that units are not obstructed so much, because it just seems to happen all the time in Warhammer 3. You just really get line of sight issues. So, kind of a checkerboard, but the point of this is just so that no one's really obstructed. The Plague Claw catapults shouldn't have a problem. This one, he needs to stay way back and just hope that nobody goes and touches him. These two here, they put them in amongst here. They need to be using their summons. If we have a look here, yeah, we've got plenty of summons, plenty of Winds of Magic. Just need time to generate it. And this guy here, if he dies, who cares? I mean, we lose those items we had attached to them, but they're nothing special. And these ones here, what we do with this junk is we use them to run around the back of the enemy army, since these are fairly quick. They have absolutely no value on the battlefield whatsoever. So the value is distract as many units as possible, so that what we're trying to do is just stretch the enemy all over the place, because the AI doesn't prioritize very well. It just tries to attack the closest, highest value thing it can see, and will usually try to do as many things as it possibly can at once. Whereas what it should be doing is prioritizing all of its efforts towards here. So the whole point of it is just to try to distract that a little bit. So if we have a look, do they actually have a flying unit? No, they didn't have a flying unit. That was just a really fast horse, I suppose. Yeah, that one there is really, really quick. Okay, well, here we go. But this guy here should be able to tank it a hell of a lot better than the other one. Alright, so make sure we're in guard mode with all these guys and just hope our line of sight isn't too obstructed. It's really finicky in Warhammer 3. Really, really finicky. Like, even this one here, I'm a little bit too concerned that even the grass in front of it will cause them line of sight issues. Alright, here we go. So, we don't want to send them directly towards the enemy. What I'm trying to do here is send them to the sides. So they just send a few units to go chasing after them. They probably just try to shoot it. You know. So we were never going to get any serious value out of that. And it'll also give us some time to generate some... Oh god, where's that going? Okay. Generate some Winds of Magic. So these guys over here, just run in this direction. Just be distracting. They have absolutely no value on the battlefield apart from just dying. That's it. Bring around the side here. See how the archers are shooting, but they're not moving forward? This is kind of what we wanted. Okay, I feel like the artillery are shooting at bad targets there. But at least that one's nearly dead. That's good. Okay, we need some menace belows. Pop it down behind if need be. Okay, let's start with some summons. We're going to cast them here. It's a fair distance away. But we don't want to risk the heroes. Although, that one is actually immortal. We've also got a nuke, but unless we get a really good blob going, I don't really see the point in nuking. Just let the rattling guns and Jezzails shoot at whatever they want, because sometimes giving them like an attack order, it actually makes them not fire very effectively. It's really fucking annoying. Just keep summoning. And if a big enough blob shows up, fuck it. You want to keep these heroes alive? We're going to need to nuke them. Hope that's actually going to hit. Yeah! Okay, that was about as good as we could hope for. This guy here, tanking the shots from the heroes. Okay, Jezzails should be aiming for heroes. But hopefully they don't move forward. So far, so good. Like I said, don't worry too much about this guy here. He's really not important. Okay, we got an issue over here. I may need to actually summon plague priest, plague monks. That's it. Okay, Jezzail's obstructed. Shoot this dude here. See, this is what I wanted to avoid. I want to avoid that. Fucking shooting my guys over there. I need another menace below right on here. Get that back. Okay, I'm gonna need one of these here to really... Ah, damn it. It's probably gone. Yeah, they're really aiming for our missile units. I gotta get the Rattling guns back. We've already lost one. Okay, this guy here is just about dead, but unfortunately, they're really gunning for our missile units now. At least these ones here have shields. Helps a little bit. Let's see what this I should probably be using. Okay, looks like we managed to save 2 of the Rattling guns. Yeah, look at that, going for it. Okay, go for these ones at the back here. Yeah, now they're even going for the artillery. Okay, I may need to move this hero up a little bit. Get at those fucking missile units. And there we go, we managed to win. So, bit of damage. Hey, look, the Lord survives. Unfortunately, 2 Rattling guns got wiped out. I really did try to do this without any major casualties. We really didn't actually take that much damage, especially considering how dangerous the fucking army was. And I definitely over-purchased on the menace below, so I should probably use them before we go. How much damage is this guy end up doing? It was hidden like the whole bloody time. By the time you see them shooting at your Rattling guns, it's kind of too late. Now, we killed quite a few heroes, so we should get enough food to compensate for the menace belows. But yeah, it turns out I didn't actually need them. Might as well use them if I can. Try to kill as many of them as possible. We're getting some value out of them now, I guess. But yeah, I definitely ordered too many. It's always good if you can predict the exact amount that you need, but I didn't do that in this battle. It was definitely a shit nuke, but I could feel the pressure mounting, and I really didn't want to lose excessive numbers of units. And it just really felt like they were coming on us. Oh, hang on. Might they actually have survived those 2 units? That one there, maybe. This one here is really iffy. That's just a sliver of green. That one might have survived. I don't know. That was down to like 2 rats left. It is on large unit scale, though. But yeah, I think switching out for this lord here made a big difference. Even though he didn't do much damage, he was tanking a lot, which allowed these ones here to survive. I didn't really use that one very much, but honestly, that ability is not that important. It was all about the Plague Priest, just keeping them back as much as possible. And if you're going into Athel, Loren, you might be better off getting more Jezzails over Rattling guns. Yeah, no, they got wiped out. At least in Warhammer 3, it's quicker to replace them. It's not fought. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you got plenty of food. Because yeah, lords and heroes are worth tons of food for some reason. Right, we'll get a bit of replenishment up in there.
We will fight for you, very loyal.
And I would highly recommend finishing that off. Don't worry about getting these guys here. That doesn't make any real difference. But yeah, get rid of this. Unfortunately, this guy here is also really badly smashed now. But at least he's got a few levels up and gained some loyalty. And you can decide what you want to do from here. But at least Widrioth is pretty much smashed. But yeah, your replenishment rate's absolute garbage. But you can figure it out from here. Aside from that, the campaign seems to be going, reasonably well. You got a lot of territory on turn 46. you know, decent food reserves. Everything's going just fine. And yeah, I used up your last nuke, but had to save those heroes in there, which these two here are at immortality, but this one here just needs like one more good victory to get its immortality, and then if the whole army gets wiped out, well, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.